game's to be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money. They say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste it. You ain't got no time. Out and about, out chasing paper. The streets of my house, and the house always wins like Vegas. Never down for the count. Second win, second nature. Found mine. Never had my hands out. Fuck favors. By design, everything tailored. In my youth, it was shell toes, no Chuck Taylors. Weed soap game, had a game so it's still the same code game, so it's still the same code. We all pay the cost, pay dues. Move with the mind state that I can't lose. On the grind, push a hard line with my linemen. Back when I was young, they said it's all about timing. Till it's my time, all the stars are aligning. I'm a diamond in the rough, couple cuts got me shining. This game you cannot cop on consignment. In the field, all we do is execute assignments. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk. The game should be sold, not told. So we finna keep everybody broke. They say time is money, they say money talk. I ain't got no time to waste, you ain't got no time to talk.
First, we get into this paper. See, I want it all, plus a mule and 8 acres. A lot of alcohol, few dad bags of paper. Run this shit like a ship and I'm the sailor. Cold, kinda like it's fresh up out the freezer. Cold, if she ain't talking bread, I don't need her. Soon as I meet her, I'm a fucker, then I leave her. It's the old Mac needs, treat them all like bottom feeders. Break it down slow for them folks that don't know. I'm a seasoned vet, black belt out the dojo. With a wide range of weapons, so I'm out the holster. Keeping all options open, so many ways that I can fold ya. Told you from the gate, never been about no play. Get it on the go, they never been known for no delay. The game should be sold, not to be told. Keep your mouth shut, don't have to break the mold. Mac needs.
Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I distribute. Break the work down, it's fence the move. Push that work out, I just distribute. A young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor.
I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. You know I'm the boy, get money's what I'm used to.
Keep you straight from the gate, so I don't confuse ya. I'm a D-boy, need abusive as users. I'ma make noise, shout to my producer. I'm an entertainer, but I ain't here to amuse ya. Yeah, fuck with shooters and they all fucking users. Come through, wake that ass up like a rooster, hella early in the morning. Early bird gets a worm. Finna get rich for 'em, food for the worms. Cutting cocaine, dumping whole things. It's a cold game, make you run your gold chain. Hungry, but I'm moving in a keto state. For sure, beat the price on the keys in your state. Catch me running up a tire, fucking up a bag. Make me wonder how long will a good thing last. On my Curtis Mayfield, live a life I can't chill. Push a man, pushing packs, all I do is make squeal. Keep it 100, I'm just numb, yo, I can't feel none of these suckers when they say they real. Stacking Uber cash, I'm an out-of-state supplier. Random Uber man, he a getaway driver. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the foreign or I'm hopping out the Uber. Crew clocking chips opposite of you losers. Can't be broke as a joker, got no sense of humor. Just a young pack mover, shot to my consumer. Jumping out the...
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every
hustling. You put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
My pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money, money.
Hold out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find the things in my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.
What up, Fantasy Football Hustler back at ya.
What's happening? Bogard, Scott free, give me money.
Let's go. And Q&A session. Let's get it going. I'm tagging all the people in the Dynasty group right now since we can do that once a day.
Stop tagging them.
I got to do it because Crispy hates it so much. All right. And don't forget, guys, you want to support the show, go to 420superchat.com. Leave a couple dollars super chat. Support the show. All right. We're going to shout out everyone in here. All right. Now let's see who's up in here. Bright and early. What up, Chris Bay? Hit that like button on the way in if you want the page to grow. Appreciate you. Shout out to Emil. Shout out to Toronto. PB and Waivers, what up? Triple X Lex, what up?
What's up, Triple X? Long time.
It's funny. Triple X Lex said Swift came through from an accidental 0 RB build.
Hey, man. Sometimes that's called destiny.
What up, Super Saiyan? He said, what the fuck is up? And he said, insert the Stone Cold music.
Yeah. I think I got a beer just for it.
And
You gotta start mouthing off some shit every time you hear that music.
Super Saiyan said, Swift showing signs of life. I think we could have put like you behind that line yesterday, Super Saiyan, and you could have ran for at least 100. Anybody, like me, Bogey, like anybody could have ran for 100 behind that line.
You know, I'm a little disappointed, bro, because I swear I would have ran for like 3 bills, bro. Love you, babe. Have a good day.
Yeah, it was
run.
That Minnesota defensive line is trash. It's like every time they ran the ball, they just had a big wide hole to jump right into.
You want to hear something cool? Well, maybe not so cool, but, you know, I find all the things. This is only the 4th time, I think it was, 3rd or 4th time that Nick Sirianni as a head coach has given over 60%. Oh, I'm sorry, over 70% to one running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know.
Didn't that happen last week?
Everybody died.
Didn't that happen last week, though?
No.
You sure? Let's go check.
Oh, yeah, you're right. He went over 70%. So this was the 4th time then. This was the 4th time.
Yeah, because nobody got any shit besides Kenny Gainwell last week. Let's see what it was.
Were they even running that much, though? I mean, I know he got all of it. But, yeah, I guess that was.
So if we – because we're not counting Jalen Hurts, right? We're talking like running back, like splits. So last week, Kenny got 14, and Swift and Bogard Scott both got 1 each.
Yeah, so that's well over 70%.
Yeah,
I mean,
if you mix in Hurts, I mean Hurts had 9, so I mean that would kind of mess up the percentages. But
yeah,
we're just talking running backs. So
yeah, so that was the 4th time that he's ever gave someone more than 70% of the work out of the backfield,
and it's happened twice in one season.
I like that. It could be a trend.
Yeah,
I mean, you definitely want the running back in that offense, right?
If they're going to give it to one person, and we know who it is, like for sure.
And like, you know, I think it's kind of I mean, that's why I had Gainwell in hopes that they would all just die one by one. You know what I mean? And now, lo and behold, it's Kenneth Gainwell and Bogard Scott are the ones that are hurt.
And Triple X Lex said, "Do I Do I drop Herbert or Marquise Brown for Deontay Johnson, Jalen Warren, or Nico Collins? Well, Deontay's not playing this week, so if you're picking up someone to like play, I'm dropping Marquise Brown like a bad habit, and I'm picking up Nico Collins. But I want Deontay more, but he ain't gonna play this week.
Yeah, I would like Deontay Johnson way more for sure. And obviously he's floating around out there because I'm sure it's those I can only hold 5 of each type of shit, right?
Or I only have 5 bench spots.
Yeah, or there's no IRs. I'm like, fuck Deontay Johnson, cut him, cut his ass. Like people be doing that shit. I'm not in those leagues though. Yeah.
Come on, man. You guys got to have at least one IR spot. Come on.
Yeah.
And Jemo, what up? He said you starting Kirk from Jacksonville over Romeo Dubs or Roshan.
I'll play either one of them over Kirk. I'm a psychopath. But then if there's ever a bounce back spot in a shootout scenario, it'd be Kirk. Roshan, I mean, we're gonna need him to keep getting the third down work. He's playing the Buccaneers. Hard to run on them on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think, and then the Romeo Dobbs thing, it's like, man, if as long as AJ Terrell just don't shadow his ass or they they move Dobbs around, I'd rather play Dobbs out of all 3 of them. But that's just me. I love Romeo Dobbs too, so I'm probably the wrong guy to ask this question to.
I just really don't like Kirk after last week. Like, look at that. Like, they just weren't looking for him at all.
Christian Kirk, huh? The thing that kills me is when they went 12 personnel, he came off the field. It was Zay Jones that was opposite of Calvin Ridley whenever they went 12. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's double check the snaps for Kirk because I don't even know what the official.
Yeah, and the targets too, right? I don't have any Kirk, so I can care less at what he does or not. It's going to be happening on other people's lineups or their bench, not mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, see, look at that. Zay Jones played more snaps than Ridley. Zay Jones played 89, Calvin plays 81, and Christian Kirk 60%.
Damn, what did he do to them, bro? Did he say the wrong thing?
They overpaid him on his contract, and now they're hella pissed.
There could be like some incentives in the second year, like, you know what I mean?
What up, Devo?
What up? Oh, and Jimmo, I have a long list of people I need to kill.
And Tino says, stop tagging me in this really funny fantasy football show that could actually win me money.
Yeah, stop it. It's the best kept secret. We don't want those fuckers to know about it. Out of 91,000, we only want like 11 people. Fuck them all. I'm just kidding, though.
Yeah, it's hella goofy because, it's just with the, I don't know. It's weird how we're just we're shadow banned in Facebook. And, it's not weird. It's just because we smoke a lot of weed. But, it's the bullshit, man, because if more people were able to see our show on a normal basis, we would just grow like so exponentially.
You know, I hate it when people they say shit like that to me. Hey, man, how come y'all didn't blow it? I don't know, bro. If I knew that, bro, you wouldn't be asking me, would you? Like, oh, I never heard to hear my music, bro. It's hella good, bro. Or they go, who's this? And that's me. Shut up, bro. Yeah, that's me, bro. Hey, this is good, bro. They get really surprised now. Oh, this is actually good. How come you ain't blew up yet, man? Shut up, bro.
I like the shit on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, that little voice. How come you ain't blow up yet? It's because you didn't share my shit. That's why.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was real big for the longest time. It was all the small business owners and stuff who were throwing that up there, doing whatever their craft was and reminding people. The way you blow up is by people telling people about you. That's the way it goes. And Donnie, shout out to Canada. He said, what up? Trade question, 12-team redraft. Woke up this morning. Trade away Bijan. You don't like that. Acquire Mixon, Michael Thomas, and DJ Moore.
No.
I'm just keeping Bijan, man.
We're on the right path, though. I'll do a 3-for-1, even a 2-for-1. They got to be way better than that, bro.
Yeah, Mixon's good. Michael Thomas, blah. DJ Moore, he had a really bad week. So, this is someone.
That's a great, okay, give me DJ Moore and Mixon, and who's a better third? And I'll flip a Bijan. Otherwise, I'm just going to have fun with this Bijan thing, bro.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not scared of Algier. I think we saw one Algier game where it was a positive game script in Atlanta's favor. So, we're going to get them in some negative game scripts here, and maybe even this week. This is an actual test to see if both these teams are actually good, Green Bay and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Because they played some shitty week 1 opponents, you know what I mean?
And Triple X Lex, he said it was 175 though, and Swift looked great. Well, that's what I'm saying though. But did he look great because like he had like these massive gaping holes, you know, to run through? Like they do have one of the best offensive lines, but Minnesota is that bad on defense.
I mean, they were just pushing everyone off that D line, just pushing them out of the way. He's running about like 6 yards a clip or some shit like that. He was dummy ass explosive. You know, maybe he has a couple more touchdowns, and it's not going to Hurts if he can actually pound it in. You know, he figured it out.
Literally the exact opposite of what they faced last week in New England. Someone that actually has a good run D. You know, maybe they're not that best in the secondary, but you could just tell the run D last week was way better, and it had nothing necessarily to do with the running back.
And you're welcome, everybody, whoever played Devontae Smith, because he was started against me. Whenever that happens, it's gonna blow up.
And Triple X Lex said Penny looked awful. Yeah, and he screwed over one of our touchdowns too with that holding. It would have been an AJ Brown touchdown, but it was fucking holding on Rashad Penny.
Gemmo, Rashad Penny's at the top of the list. Get on it.
That asshole. And Derek said, salute Husson Bogey. What up? Oh, he's still crying about Addison. You're all right, man. You're all right.
That was yesterday. This is today. We're moving forward. Okay. We salute this way. We don't salute in reverse. Okay. We're over it.
Fucking Crispy said, is Penny a thing now? No, Penny will not be a thing. Where's Clark when you need him?
He'll pop up. He'd have heard it right now. What? Who said Penny's a thing? No.
Let's see. And Tino said Green Bay stinks. Yeah, they're pretty bad. Chicago's worse, though.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, huh? They look really bad. Like all of them.
Let them know. We need to see way more likes. We got like 25 people just watching on YouTube right now, but we have like half the likes on that. Let's smash the like button. I'm not answering another question until we see the spike over there. Let's see that go upwards and beyond. There we go. We got a couple in right now.
How about this? We won't ask any questions, but you can give us answers and we'll form it in the phrase of a question.
There we go. There we go. Everyone's hitting it right now, but let's hit it more. Come on. Let's hit it more. Everyone smash
it. Hit it.
Oh, man. And Emil said, tell Bogey just stop talking about killing people and we'll grow. Kill them. Kill them immediately.
You don't tell me. You know what? You just made the list.
You just made the list.
Oh, man. And Tina said, oh, are you reminding me, Huss? No, did you read my Apple review yet? Let's see. So with Apple, it takes a couple days. But let me go see if it shows now. Hold on. Let me find it on Apple. Let's see. Let's see if we got a Tina review. I don't know. Is this let's see. Is it from Jimmy Blow? Because there's a Jimmy Blow on here, left a review on Wednesday. Said, you guys always doing your thing on the stream. We appreciate the work you put in to give us content every day. Best football content around. Actually, we had another one. Ananda Houston said, Hustler won me multiple leagues, a true fantasy genius who actually puts in the work and research, funny and informative and entertaining all in one podcast. That could be Tino. And we can't hear you, Bogey. And I didn't mute you. But it says you're muted just all on your end in general. So I don't know if it's the mic or if like somehow it accidentally if you turned it off, or maybe it accidentally got hit on the computer or something. And Donnie, you the man, said by far the best show because you talk your shit and smoke your dope. Oh man, is this Shannon with the puka time over here? Who is it? Nope, Davlin with the puka time. Crispy said, don't worry about me and Bogey's side business. Shh. Hollywood. What up? He said whoever the guy was yesterday said Minnesota was going to beat the Eagles by a field goal. Can DX suck it? Hold on.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. The New Age Outlaws are back.
All right. Bogey said his computer completely froze. All right. Let's see. Who's the Facebook user? Steven said, so no quick check out his injury status. We're talking about Puka or who are we talking about? Oh, he said Jacoby Myers is out. Is he officially out? Let's see. So Jacoby Myers still in concussion protocol, doubtful for Sunday. There we go. Crispy threw it in, doubtful. Hey, PF Fly, what up? Hey, McFly. And he said, who should I start my flex non-PPR? Dalvin, Zay Jones, P. Ryan, Puka? Probably P. Ryan, since it's non-PPR. We don't even know if Puka's going to play. And Lex said, chill with the massive gaping holes. You might get shadow banned. And Super Saiyan DJ Moore is the highest paid receiver. If I'm not mistaken, the Bears will find ways to get him the ball. Yeah, they should. But I think what we've seen so far, it wasn't DJ Moore that soured that deal. It was Michael Thomas who was souring the deal. And Facebook user, what is this? I have Amon, AJ, Godwin, Pickens, Henry, Brees. Would you trade AJ for Gibbs? No. Not after a bad game. He'll be coming back. And Gemma, pew pew. Magic Man. He said, what game was better, Monday night or last night's? Both games are pretty good. Not gonna lie. Both games are pretty good. Triple X Lex said, don't matter though. Get 100 with 3 touches. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Swift still? Big BS. What do you think about Hurts and AJ Brown? We're arguing about. I mean, it's probably AJ Brown not getting a bunch of catches. I mean, that's what I would assume. We never know though. But in the post game, Hurts was like, man, that's my brother, man. That's my best friend's my brother. Like, I mean, so he didn't even say what they were talking about. He just said that that's his road dog. And Facebook user said Gainwell is a thing, though. That's Davlin. Yeah, he's not going away fully. Like, Swift could not beat Gainwell out for the job. Elias said, good news, guys, I'm playing against bench Swift. Bad news is he had Hawkinson and Hurts. I don't know. That's not bad news. I mean, you didn't play Swift. Like, Swift would have been the lucky cheat code just for people who are randomly throwing him in. And yeah, it doesn't matter how big someone goes up on Thursday because you got all your players. What up, Yuck? He said, what's up? I won the cookout. And Peacock said, can he gain well when he returns from injury? And let's see. Facebook user said Swift, the Philly starter moving forward. I mean, you would think, but Gainwell was hurt. That's the only reason why Swift even played. Last week when Gainwell wasn't hurt, Swift got like 1 touch. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's still going to be Gainwell. Let's see. Isaiah said Aaron Jones or James Cook. We're going to have to wait for more Aaron Jones news. I don't know if he's going to play. So, as of now, James Cook, because I don't even think Aaron Jones practiced this entire week. So we're going to need to see if he practices today or not, or else this question works itself out. Yuck said, I'm an amazing lip reader. And he said, go Cowboys. And Jared, what up? He said, fuck, I sat Cousins to play Tua, and Cousins puts up 38 points. Hope Tua helps me. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's one of the things that that is tough about playing in the single QB leagues. And this is Davlin. I've been a champ in a work league for 3 years running. 8 of the other managers in the 12th team had a private meeting to trade embargo me. Not not only will the not trade, but they said they would act like they would trade and then back out last minute just to waste my time. Buddy of mine let me in on the scoop. Question is that collusion? Reason being, if you are caught colluding, you also have to do the loser punishment, which is getting nipple pierced. Oh, man. He said, I want them all to get the punishment. We'll let Bogey decide if this is collusion, and I won't even say what I think. So he said he's in a work league. He's the champ for 3 years running. 8 out of the 12 managers had a private meeting to trade embargo him. He said not only will they not trade, but they will act like they're going to trade and then back out the last minute just to make him waste a bunch of time.
It's, there's a difference between collusion and coalition, and you're just not in that coalition, bro. It sucks. Because I feel you. I'm like, there were several leagues in my home leagues for years where I was that guy outside of all their coalition because they didn't want to. They're like, oh, Bogey's he's diabolical, so let's all scheme against him. Like, you know what I mean?
And Tino said this is collusion if I've ever seen it. But I'm with Bogey where it's not collusion, it's dickhead shit. If people start trading, like, oh, I'm going to play him this week, like trade me this for nothing, like then that's when we start getting into collusion territory. It sucks that they would, now that you just don't waste your time on any of those fuckers' trades.
Yeah, because there's just now they're like, he wants to make a trade so bad. We just send him offers and we laugh.
Yeah.
He's just over there countering it and shit, and they just reject it. And they're like, ha ha. Yeah, fuck them. And don't be in that league. Fuck that league. Join our leagues.
And
I'll make trades with you all day. I promise.
Dennis said Peacock should change the name of the Madison for President shirt to say Madison for President of the Bad RBs Club. Oh, what? Madison sucks now? All of a sudden? He does good in 4 out of 6 games. I mean, now he's just 1 for 1 this year. Good
what's funny about that too is like when you don't like Madison. I don't think he's great. I love the volume. When you're not getting the volume, fuck him. You know what I mean?
It's his 5th year, and the only reason he's a starter is because they didn't bring anybody in and they got rid of their starter.
Yeah, right? Volume. You know what I'm saying? Where's the volume at? I don't see it. What do you have? Like 91 yards in 2 weeks? Fuck that.
I think that's giving him a little too much.
In 2 weeks combined.
He was 8 for 28 yesterday. Let's see. What did he do last week? Because the Bucks held him down.
We're going all purpose.
Yeah, see, 11 for 34 last week.
Any receiving yards today? I didn't even get 90, bro. Fuck him.
I mean, those are just rushing yards. Let me pull it up where I can see his rushing and receiving on the same thing.
My computer just geeked though. That shit was crazy. Because
so,
it had me on mute.
So let's see. So 34 and 28. What's that? 66. Let's see.
62.
62. And then 10 and 11. He has 83 all-purpose yards.
My bad. Fuck him.
83 all-purpose yards in 2 games.
The whole penny.
He had the TD last week. That's what saved him.
He had 2, correct?
No.
Okay. See, look, I didn't even have 2.
He had 1 receiving, and then this week he has the fumble lost.
2, right? Well, 1 lost.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is every time anyone says Madison is good, I'm just gonna say he sucks, and that's it. I don't even have to give any clarification on anything. I've already said it a billion times. Just don't want Madison, okay? And I hope you guys didn't play him yesterday. Like I said, you shouldn't because he sucks. That's it.
I said Madison over a couple bad other options in my mind.
It was literally because I did say Madison over someone, but it was literally like someone who shouldn't even be asking a start-sit question and having.
Yeah, I think somebody asked me like Justice Hill and Madison or some other shit. I was like, nah, man. And now they're like, now I'm on their list, huh? Now they're coming to kill me. Is that what it is?
Yeah. Peacock said players who miss Wednesday practice with a hamstring do not play that week 53% of the time. Dang. So if you have a hamstring issue and you miss Wednesday's practice, this is literally a 50-50 shot that you're even going to play. I wonder how much higher that number goes.
It's a 43% shot. 47, I mean. And you know who hit it last week? Romeo Dobbs.
Yeah. And said he was going to be on a snap count, and he was.
Hey, to the tune of 2 touchdowns, right? Fuck me.
He only had 4 receptions, so it's not like it was even crazy volume. He got the right reception.
So you mean 50% of his receptions were tugs?
Let me do the math. Yes, sir.
I was still doing I was doing it in my head. You know what I mean?
And AKA Bash. Cesar in the house. What up?
What's up, Bash?
He said, AKA Bash said, should I start Zay Jones with the Trevor stack or start Pittman at the flex?
I'll probably go for, I'm not mad at the stack, but I'm going to play Pittman and just chase that PPR shit. I mean, they did give him 8 targets, was that? No, he gave him more targets than that. He had 8 grabs, huh?
Yeah, let me go double check that.
Maybe it was 8 targets for 6 grabs.
No, 11 targets for 8 grabs.
Oh, there it is. I'll play that ugly shit. I mean,
as much as I hate Michael Pittman and all of that was on one big play, I mean, you still can't. He's like the only guy over there. Like, who else do they have that they're going to throw?
Who scored a touchdown? Who scores a touchdown against the Texans all the time?
Wide receivers?
No. Specifically. Right? Yeah, wide receivers. Who is it?
I don't know. Michael Pittman?
T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, yeah.
All the time, right?
For sure. Big game.
Okay, now the Texans, they're really ugly on paper the last couple years because they're so bad against the run. Like bottom 3, bottom 2 against the run, right? You know what that correlated to, though? Bad fantasy outings for the opposing QBs. Because, right? But you know who scores touchdowns on them with their receivers? The Colts. And in the last 3 meetings, you know who scored on them?
Wide receivers?
Michael Pittman.
Oh, okay. Got it every time.
It's almost like he took over from the T.Y. Hilton streak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. It's really ugly. You know what I mean?
And let's see. Who's Davlin said, Bogey and Alex, y'all don't want me in your leagues. Man, you know how many leagues I have and how many leagues I invite people to?
I'll be in a league with you. I wouldn't even know it, bro. You have to tell me, Bogey, I beat you this week.
Here's the thing, Dalvin. You were the one not paying attention when we were talking about, like, I've been talking about leagues since February, March, April, multiple hundreds and hundreds of posts about joining leagues. So you didn't want to join a league with us. Don't give us that bullshit.
Bro, we'll start a league right now, bro. A 2-man league, me and you, bro. Every week, bro, we're going to war, bro. Do you want that? I don't know if you want that.
This is funny. Minnesota Viking Queen said, I'm here for the collusion talk, and got a coffee.
All hail the Viking Queen.
Elias said, Kelly a better flex than Puka, even if Eckler is in. I mean, Puka might not even play. He didn't practice the last 2 days, so anybody is going to be a better option. Huh?
Was it 2 days? Or because he just popped up yesterday. That when I saw it, was it 2 days now?
Let's go double check.
Because it's even worse if he just popped up yesterday, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If he had the 2-day thing, I'd be more. I wouldn't be tripping off of waiting that down. And if there's no Eckler, which I don't think there's any Eckler this week, I'm rocking Kelly, bro. Pause.
So they considered it a rest day on Wednesday.
What's he resting for? Oh, he's a veteran.
Because they didn't give him
rest day.
Because they didn't give him a designation of limited practice. Did not practice, but he did not practice though.
The old hey, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if y'all if it hit y'all in the 90s, bro, but y'all remember Pookie shells?
Yeah.
Remember Kukui nuts?
The
big ones, the big shiny nuts. People used to wear them for fucking thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Be like shiny black.
Okay.
That Hawaiian shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when motherfuckers was young, you used to take that shit, wrap it around your fist, and you go to war, bro. No, I'm serious.
Fucking Davlin, he said, I know. He said, my wife's going to kill me. I added 13 leagues to my 41 actual leagues already.
See, and you know what's funny, too, is my girl's the same way. She'd be like, I didn't sign your permission slip for an extra 20 leagues. Oh, I'm just consulting, babe.
Did you sign a permission slip for when you're about to get some kind of present in January after we get these winnings?
No. when we win championships and we literally go to Disneyland, what do you do when you win the Super Bowl? We actually did that, bro. We went to Disneyland all on the fantasy bag, bro. Let's go. That actually happened.
Hell yeah. And One Nation with Swift performing the way he did last night. Would it be a perfect time to trade for Kenny Gainwell?
Yeah, for the low. For the low.
Because I really don't think Swift is just going to completely take this thing over. He couldn't beat out Gainwell until Gainwell got hurt.
Here's one thing, though. Nick Sirianni had fucking, what's his name for a while, bro? Shane Steichen. And Steichen, he's, he just kind of ran it like Frank Reich, where they're having a straight up rotation. I mean, 2 weeks in a row now with Nick Sirianni back to being the play caller. It's just one guy. So I mean, like that's the 2023 trend. I think like I would try to, and that's what it makes me even like if I have Swift just with that thought, if it does go back to like not even a timeshare, even like a platoon, I flip it Swift right now, like Najee plus. You know what I mean? People hate Najee right now.
T Money said, "What up? Good call with Osborne last night." Said good fantasy night in general. Hell yeah. And would have been even better if his bitch ass wouldn't have dropped those 2 passes as well, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then like for my Addison analysis, it was on point. It's like, yo, you're gonna look for the big one. He got the big one. I wouldn't have bet money. I wouldn't have put safe money on it, but it happened.
Julio said, got Olave, Deontay, Sky Moore, Jameson, Quentin Johnston. Really need wide receiver, running back stacked up. Do I trade Khalil Herbert for Zay Jones?
Yep.
PPR.
If you could do that, I'd do that. You need receiver help.
Yeah.
You need running back help too. So, you know what I mean? Maybe. I mean, Jameson Williams, and guy, it sucks because I'm pretty sure you can't put that suspended guy in your IR, so he's just clogging the bench up. Maybe I'll go get a Josh Reynolds if he's available. Could be a cheap receiver that's just out there for you. You know what I mean? Maybe you can hold on to Herbert. It's all about Band-Aids. It's funny too because like you got to try to find some Band-Aids sometimes. Sometimes you can't just fix everything in a trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And let's see. Cesar said I ended up trading McLaurin, Zeke, and Khalil Herbert for Olave. Good trade.
I like it.
Yeah. Because Zeke and Khalil Herbert are just like bench guys.
Yep. And then McLaurin, obviously you went later than what's his name in the draft. So, I mean, that, I don't know, we're far away from the drafts already, but that's how people are going to value things no matter what. And I hate it when people do that.
Yuck said Waller is going to be a headache all year. I mean, there's not too many things that we tell you, but we told you get ready for a Waller, a normal Waller season. And we even gave like the insight of when we actually knew someone who has given us Waller insight, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's got like one injury, but he's really nursing like 5 different injuries."
Yeah, shout out to my man Jay the Plug. He's like personal friends with Darren Waller, like for real, like kicking and have dinners at each other's houses and shit in the summer. And anyways, he had called me one time and said, "Hey man, I got something for you for your show." I said, "Word?" He said, and it was a Saturday, right? And everybody was on this, do I start Darren Waller or do I this and that? And I was like, okay, oh yeah, okay. Say less, click. Okay, we got some inside information. Y'all, everyone go get Foster Moreau now because they haven't announced it. But Darren Waller said he ain't playing tomorrow. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, it's an undisclosed injury. No, it's not. He had like 5 undisclosed injuries. You know what I mean? And he's making all the business decisions because he was like, I'm out of here next year. This is what he was telling us. It was pretty cool information. Because then, like, for some people that we saved that week, they thought we were the GOAT. They're like, oh my God, bro. Thank you, bro, for the Foster Moreau thing. And then the next week, whoever chased Foster Moreau, they got fucked. You know what I'm saying? But it worked that week.
Oh, man. Derek said, any word on Kelsey? Well, no word is a good word at this point because he's already on track to play. So, assuming he gets a normal, I don't even think he has to get a full go at practice. They may just limit him in practice because the dumbasses who be trying to hit him in the knees. But he should be good to go.
What are you going to do to my man Kelsey, bro? And I think it was like somebody had said in the chat one time, they were like, during practice, it was the guy he like cut block or something. He did something to the dude.
That was the dude that he punched earlier in the season.
He punched him.
Yeah, in the preseason.
On his own team?
Yeah.
And that dude was like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker, bro. Fuck Super Bowls.
He was making fun of Kelsey's mustache. He was making fun of how Kelsey can't get any bonus hole without having a reality TV show. He was like, man, he was cutting him real deep.
He was like, you ain't Zeus. You remember that was like his nickname for a while, but I think it was like self-proclaimed. You can't give your own nickname, bro. And what's up with that mustache, bro?
And Sebastian said, I'm buying low on Madison. He said, I don't really like him either, though. And why would you go buy him? Here's the next couple games on the docket. They got the Chargers. They got the Panthers. They got the Chiefs. They got Chicago. They got 49ers. They got
I'm not going to lie. They run it on all. You can run on all of them until the Niners.
Yeah.
But do they even run the ball? That's another thing, too. I was saying with Madison, we need a lot of it through the air because they throw the ball at a higher clip than they do run the ball as far as the run-pass ratio goes. You know what I'm saying? So
he only has 19 rushing attempts for the season in those two games. He has 10 targets, but he's only came down with 6 of them so far. And they're not putting him in good position to, like, get any yak on those receptions. I mean, he's got 21 yards receiving total on those 6 receptions.
Okay, I mean, it's okay. Excuse this time, right? I mean, they were without Bradbury. He's a great center. You know what I'm saying? They lost Christian Dershaw on the left side like early in the game.
Yeah.
Those are big blows to an already bad offensive line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we really need these poor run defenses that he's about to go up against. And then so maybe there's why you buy low. Maybe you buy low on him now so you can have a strong flex for this next 4 weeks or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Otherwise,
I hope it's a strong flex.
Yeah, but I didn't say starter, did I? I said flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he's a strong flex. Come on.
Anybody who's buying them, you don't buy someone and then just like sit them on the bench. It depends on how low you actually buy them for.
Yeah, you got to buy him for what is to come. I would buy him for this next 4 weeks. I mean, what if you're 0-2? You need a running back. You gotta start shaking things up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you got to look at these schedules. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And Crispy said Zach Moss, Kelly, Elliott, Juwan Man Johnson, or Barrios. Flex, pick one.
Damn, Dad, this is all the dynasty shit. Just hey, my Jackie having some. He goes deep, huh?
I'd probably rather just have Juwan Man, because if you are talking Hustler redrafted or Hustler Dynasty, at least you get the tight end premium.
Maybe Braxton Berrios, because I promise you the third options are usually like the guys who tend to eat against New England, right? Like, what do you think New England's going to do here? They're going to try their best to stop Tyreek Hill.
I know what they're going to do. They're going to give up 200 to Tyreek at a touchdown. They're going to give up like 85 to like Waddle, and maybe he gets in the end zone. And 2 is probably going to go for like 320.
I don't know, man. I like your version better, though. I'm not going to argue. I have all the tuna. I have all the tuna fish, cheetah, penguins everywhere.
Because let's go look at last year. Let's see what Tyreek did. I don't even remember what he did versus New England last year.
I think he tore him up once and then didn't the other one.
He got 90 first game of the season, 94 yards,
90 and no tug
on 8 receptions.
Yeah,
and then
that was the bad game.
Yes, actually, Tyreek I mean, that was they're both the same, really. I mean, the bad game was week 17, 4 for 55. So I don't know. Maybe New England does hold down Tyreek a little.
Well, I promise you, New England was the one who put out the blueprint on how to try to limit them, because it's not like it wasn't already out there, but it was just it was the first time they ever played them in the regular season 2018. You know what I'm saying? And remember, they beat Patrick Mahomes that first time.
Do we think that a Yale grad,
the 2 high shell, yeah. I mean, okay, yes, I think the Yale grad can do it. He's one of the geniuses in the game, Mike McDaniels.
Now you got 2 games worth of tape, like on the way that New England's gonna scheme your guys.
It's the defense too that I worry about. Vic Fangio's got to get them together. You know what I'm saying? For fantasy, we like it, but I mean for reality, like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think this could be a shootout, should be a shootout, but also divisional matchups. They tend to get vanilla and they play, you know what I mean? They play down the competition, whatnot. Here's one more point I want to make before we move on. Is the Julian Edelman, what he said on the New Heights pod. Remember that?
What did he say? I can't remember.
Because they were there, because the Kelseys were kind of their call was the Dolphins.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think they like the Dolphins in that division this year. And then Edelman goes, I don't know, man. Bill, man. You know, fool me twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's so true. He didn't even go into any detail. He just like, listen, the evil emperor, bro. I mean, he's the one that put out the 2 high shell defenses that we've been seeing a lot when people play Mahomes, when people play Josh Allen, people play Joe Burrow, where like they even traded away Tyreek Hill and started doing a little dink and dunk action, and because everyone's giving everything up underneath, right? And then he became the MVP last year again, 5 thou wow, 50, however many 40 plus tugs or whatever it was. You know what I'm saying? They changed their game plan because the league tried to adapt to Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's funny is because now they're having trouble adapting to Tyreek Hill with Josh McDaniels now. Another genius, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So we'll see. I like it though. You don't never worry about Tyreek Hill though. Look at it, even against New England. Was that 8 for 70? You know what I mean? Whatever it was, 8 for 90.
Yeah.
If I can take that, if I can get that and a tug, we're okay. I'm not greedy.
Thaddeus said Tua or Fields week 2.
Tua. I mean, yeah, Tua.
Let's see. And then he said Terry or Lockett. I'm gonna Lockett.
Yeah, I'll go Lockett. Playing Detroit.
Julio said Sky Moore or Tony.
Man, fuck Tony.
Neither. Figure out another plan of attack there.
Okay. Tell me I'm crazy, right? I'm crazy. Okay. Yeah. Will the Chiefs try to go back to Tony like that again? Like how he kept fucking it up.
Tony.
Like, okay, last week's game, he kept fucking it up. They kept going back to Tony. Would they do that again? I mean, no, I'm serious.
I think what Patrick Mahomes is going to realize, Patrick Mahomes watches this show.
Man, fuck Tony.
He's going to just remember, man, fuck Tony.
Remember, Pat? I don't know. Is Patrick Mahomes just extra nice because he's like, Tony could be arguably one of the greatest receivers in the game. Right? Remember when he said that shit?
Yeah.
You know how many Tony shares I flipped because of that blurb?
I will tell you, Patrick Mahomes, like, there's going to be a lot of things that he will have the opportunity to do when he's done with football. Coaching and evaluating talent will not be one of them.
Remember they said like this? They said, okay, reigning champs, bruh. Pop your collar, right? 2020 draft. Everyone's all in Zoom and shit. Remember that shit? Patrick Mahomes, who do you want here at 32? He says, give me fucking Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
He could catch out of the backfield so
I don't want Jonathan Taylor. Not him. Give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah. Don't get a T. Higgins or like anything like that. Like,
yeah, let's not listen to Patrick Mahomes anymore. You're the GOAT on the field, quote unquote, skill-wise, in my opinion, right now in the league.
Michael Jordan isn't the best at evaluating talent. Tom Brady's not going to be the best at evaluating talent. When you're just a GOAT, nothing else matters. Joe Montana, I'm sure he's horrible at evaluating talent. Don't matter because he was so good.
You know what's so funny? He's like, yeah, give me Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And then it's like, then you start to realize, man, I make these guys good.
Yeah.
Like Brady, that's why at one point Brady was like, yeah, you know what? It wasn't until later on when he's like, give me weapons, bro. And the only times they did
was when he left. He wanted to get weapons, and they're like, Julian Edelman's not enough.
Here's the thing. They're like the Super Bowl MVP. Right? No, but here's the thing. They definitely would get him weapons at a discount. It's like, oh, disgruntled Randy Moss with the Raiders? Yeah, let's go trade for him. You know what I mean? Oh, Flash Gordon? Fucking Josh Gordon. They even went and got him at one point. You know? They even tried to get Ocho Cinco at one point, but it's always when they're just done.
Well, I mean,
they went out. Juju now.
They went out and got Brandon Cooks. I mean, that was good, and it was only for 1 year. They used it for 1 year, and they're like, you know what? We can flip him for the exact same amount we got him for. But we're doing it.
He got concussed in that first drive of the Super Bowl. They're like, fuck him. Like, no one dies on us. And you know what's crazy too? They only used him as an outside burner for real.
Yeah.
Like they're like, all right, Brandon Cooks, just take away the number one coverage. And we're gonna do everything underneath.
I mean, shit, and he was still ball. I mean, he would take away that number one coverage and still ball.
Got it that well.
Yeah.
He did Brandon Cooks things. You know what I mean?
What up, M. Dave? Said I got Brees Hall and James Conner. Ouch. Well, I mean, Brees Hall's all right. They said, what wide receivers can I target with one of these guys? Well, nobody's gonna want James Conner, so
I'll take James Conner and try to get Jerry Jeudy, and then I'll take fucking what's the other?
He said he's got Higgins, Hopkins, Pittman, Bijan.
You already got all the guys that would target.
Yeah, I'm gonna say hold for this week. I mean, if anything, I mean, hopefully you don't have to play Hopkins unless he's like your flex.
What are the running backs you got? Because maybe you take two of them and turn them into one. You know,
I'm assuming Bijan, Hall, and James Conner, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. I told people to stay the fuck away from that James Conner too.
That's because there's probably like an 8th or a 9th round pick here,
Yeah,
like out of all these, after all these other peeps.
maybe he runs all over the Giants. I think the Giants are in a great bounce back spot here. Like everyone that's in Survivor, just keep picking on the Cardinals, bro. They don't even want to win.
I think the Giants are going to be just complete ass like all year. I think everyone's pissed on how they played.
Is that what we're doing? We're taking the Cardinals money line in this.
I think that man, look at how much everyone's got to like Saquon. He's literally the best player on your team, and you don't want to pay him like nothing. Like not you don't want to pay him. You don't want to pay him nothing.
He's a running back. I almost got in an argument with one of my guys in one of the threads because they were like, "This is why running backs need to get paid." No, it's not. And he was talking about in relation to the running backs last night.
Yeah.
Look how important a running back is. Look, see, that's why you're supposed to keep Dalvin Cook and pay him. Look at now that Madison, it sucks. Then on the flip side, it's like, you need to pay a guy like Swift. That's the guy you need to pay. You should have kept Sanders. Should have paid. No. No one should pay running backs.
Yeah, look at that. The Eagles, they're gone. They went into the season with 4 mink shift guys that would not start. Yeah. Now they got 2
right now.
Only 2 weeks in.
Just right now, where we're standing right now, they have 2 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dropping like flies, and it sucks because like there's no getting around the injuries, and like if you take 15 hits a game, I mean, just how many games are you gonna go before you get
my bad? I kind of cut in and out there. I thought you said 15 hits a cane. I was like, whoa, where did this show go? Take 15 hits a cane, man. We're in Vegas.
But yeah, that's why running backs, they'll get 1 good contract, and like I don't know, they should just take that contract, parlay it into some kind of business, parlay it into anything that's going to be happening after that 4 or 5 years.
Like, it'd be like, hi. It goes like this. Hi, I'm Saquon Barkley. Sign up to my running back life insurance program, and life after the NFL will make sure you get a job. We'll make sure you get medical. You know what I'm saying? But you can get rich. Not like that goddamn Blake Martinez selling the Pokemons and then just ripping everyone off.
And scamming people. Man, come on, man.
Piece of shit.
Why do white folks got to try to scam everybody with everything? Come on. Pokemon cards. You got to scam Pokemon cards now?
Never trust a white guy named Blake. You hear me, Blake Bortles? That's why I never trusted you.
Thaddeus said D-Hop or Mike Williams. I'm on the Mike Williams side versus a Titans shitty secondary.
Yeah. And I think D-Hop is like, he might even be a no-go. No. He's just a veteran rest, right?
Yeah. Yeah, expect him to sit every Wednesday, at least. Thaddeus said Lockett, Rashad White, Ayuk start 2. I'll sit Rashad White.
Yeah. I do like him against Chicago, though. But that's who I'm sitting out of those 3.
And Dennis said, I would not play anyone against San Fran's defense anyway. He said, I will let Puka rest on my bench for a week. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know if Puka's going to play. So, I mean, I know everyone's got this high praise for Puka right now, but.
Tooted and booted?
Tune it in, booty. Hey, the tutu.
I mean, shit, if there's like nobody else, like, what do you do? Because it ain't gonna be Higbee, I'll tell you that much. Like, Severin never gives up anything to the tight end.
Except for a fucking touchdown to goddamn Fryermuth and then killed his ass.
And Thaddeus said, you think Eckler will play? It's not looking good. He said, if not, Kelly a good start over AJ Dillon. I'd start AJ Dillon over Kelly. Assuming that
no Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be. Here's the thing, man. I've read like conflicting articles. They're like, well, you know, it was a blowout after his touchdown. He might have been able to come back in the game. Speaking on Aaron Jones, right? I'm like, no, he did. He was grabbing this shit and crying like he was Jamal Williams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then they say, then he's saying, oh, he thinks he could play this week. I'm like, Aaron Jones, you're a liar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like, because you can run on Atlanta still, quote unquote. I think it was more so a case of Sanders and them just couldn't really get it going. But
this is funny. This is Davlin. He said, I paid 2 months of mortgage, paid for all my tattoos, took her on a week vacation with all my winnings. She still had the audacity to say I do fantasy too much. He said, I gotta hide in my house to set all my lineups, tell her I'm getting milk just to sit in the parking lot.
Hey, you know what's so funny? It's like we might as well be just cheating on the bitch, man.
I mean, you are like that's. I mean,
hey, no, it's not.
It constitutes the same.
Oh my God! Because you know what? She's trying to take me away from one of my loves, isn't she?
My first.
I'm emotionally cheating on her. Fantasy.
You're spending too much time with this other broad.
Hey, back in the days when it was only Yahoo, right? An alarm would go off like at 1:45 a.m. on a Wednesday morning. Oh shit! What the fuck? Who the fuck? What? The waivers just processed. Go back to sleep. You know what I mean? Like,
important business right now.
Oh shit! Let me see what I got. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had to start a whole fantasy football business just to like for it to be kind of okay for me to like play in this many fantasy leagues.
I mean, I feel like you know, and I'm just assuming, and assuming kills, right? I feel like your girl just knows she's signed up for. She knows what she signed up for. You know what I mean? It's like. See, my girl's just always been steady trying to change me from the gate. And I'm like, why? You're with who I am. You changed me to that other guy. I don't even like him neither. I won't respect that guy. You know, back in the days, though, too, it was always the cheat code, bro. Just come home with Starbucks. Wherever I went, running around the world to come home with Starbucks. And then even if I travel somewhere, say I went to Vegas or something, just come home with a bag. You know what I mean? Like not a bag of money. I'm talking about like a Gucci or a Louis or something. You know what I mean? Because they just love that shit. You know what I'm saying? There used to be the cheat code. Boom. I used to buy her some shit because I'm about to do some shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I said, oh, I'm going to Vegas for this fantasy football draft. She had the fuck right. Okay. Like, you're going to interview porn stars again? I'm like, what?
You interview one porn star and it just follows you for life.
And then it didn't help. It didn't help that was like whatever o'clock in the morning. We were up all night. And she was
4 o'clock.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, right. And then so then me and Kev, he's like, oh, he was gambling. He's like, I'm back in the room. I'm like, okay, cool. Boom. I knock out. And before I knock out, I take a shower, right? And he's like, hey, you got a charger? I'm like, yeah, use my charger. I get out the shower, just crashed. Now my phone's dead. And Kev will vouch for this. It's me now. He's waking me up on the couch. What's up, bro? Hey, bro. Your lady's on the phone. It was the room phone.
Oh shit!
And she went and because she couldn't find me.
Yeah,
going crazy.
Yeah.
So she calls the hotel. First of all, she's like, "Oh, he's with Kev." Goes to my Instagram, looks at Kev's real name.
Yeah.
Calls the fucking thing. Connect me to Kev. You know, fill in the blank, and they connect me. Hello. Yeah. Where the fuck is Bogard? Oh.
He's right here.
Hey, he was laughing. He's like, my girl has done the same shit. He's like, bro, you had your phone off? He's like, getting on me. They're like, motherfucker, you're in charge. You know what I mean? I was loaded to the gills. I wasn't knocked out. You know what I mean? She's like, you're interviewing porn stars and your fucking phone's off. What do you think I'm expecting me to think? You're fucking porn star. I'm like, I like your version better. I was just asleep with a dude in the room. How about that? That was the reality. Yeah, the fuck right. All right. I guess it's true. You know what? My dog ate my homework too, by the way. I swear to God, I did all the homework. The fucking dog ate it.
Bogey, I'm just going to ask you an honest question. Your last 2 Vegas trips with the Cannabis Guardian Angel and then the 420 Crew Mansion, is that the least amount of fuckery that you've ever got into in Vegas?
I've gotten more fuckery just thinking about Vegas at home.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I didn't even do psychedelics like that in Vegas before. We're doing all the other ones.
Right?
Doing all the mollies and all the chow mizzles and all the fucking, you know what I mean?
I mean, well, it's because you're hella. I mean, I know we were hella on the go for the November, one. We were out and about, but
oh yeah,
for most of the time, we're just chilling in the bungalow, though.
Yeah, but even that though, like, okay, listen, I would imagine being with me is a handful, so I wouldn't blame her every time she thinks thoughts. You know what I mean? But also, I'm scot-free for a reason. Doesn't mean I was accused of things that I might have been like, she might have been on to me for in the past. But I'll tell you this much: the best thing is like, okay, and I don't want to sound insensitive here, but back in the days when you went to the insane asylum or a mental health facility, they would say, "Oh, Bogey was committed." You know what I mean? That's the term they used, right? Yeah. And I said, that's exactly what it is when you're a one-woman man. I am committed, or maybe I just can't tell the difference.
Yeah. Maybe you just can't tell the difference.
I said it in the bar. I said, got me going crazy, baby. I'm committed, or maybe I just can't tell the difference. Wish you'd stop trying to give me hell as I collect this change like a wishing well.
Chosen, what is this? Chosen Isaiah, Chosen One Isaiah. He said on Twitch, he said, should I trade CMC and Joku and Fields for Josh Allen, Ridley, and Jacobs, Evan Ingram? No, hell no.
I mean, you're on the right track there.
Nah, but I mean, you're trading CMC away. That's the wrong track for me.
I'm just saying though, like, okay, when Josh Jacobs gets kicked into gear, but like that, I'm just saying he's on the right track. Like, if you're gonna flip a CMC, and obviously his probably QB is shit. He wants to. It's kind of like buying low on a Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a great package deal. That's something I would probably send to try to, like, if I'm in a bind and I need a whole entire new team. You're gonna cover Ridley too and a Joshua Jacobs, bro. I'm not mad at that.
Peacock said I had to take my wife with me to Vegas. And see, you did it the right way because you just got a whole room at the mansion. She brought a friend. So it was like, I know you guys still had things that you were planning on doing together. And I don't know. I mean, you were gone both nights, like doing shit. You guys were doing stuff. And but it was cool that she had
full of psychedelics, huh?
Yeah. She had her friend there to keep her company during the day when they went on their little missions or whatever. So I was like, that was probably like the best idea.
I like it to party, and my girl, she always like tries to like jinx me, like, what? Oh, you're gonna go to Vegas? You're gonna die out there. I said, well, hey, yeah, no one's gonna stop you. You're just gonna go hard. You're not gonna stop, and you're gonna die out there. What?
She's treating Bogey like we treat the
I'm gonna go out there and live, baby. I'm going out there to live. Okay.
Man, so much weed smoked, so much psychedelics. And man, that was such a fun weekend.
Yeah, and I actually kept it cool. I just drank beer like I normally drink beer, but we had like a couple of bottles of tequila and there was only like a small circle of us really hitting the liquor. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what's crazy. A whole weekend. What was there? Maybe 5 bottles of alcohol total, maybe.
Liquor,
yeah.
For the most part, too, wasn't a lot of drinkers, and we were in Vegas, but we weren't in Vegas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you're in Vegas, there's a drink in your hand all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? It's lit, and there's a vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go to Vegas and not sleep for like 5 days for a party. You know what I mean? Because it's just hype. You ain't even looking outside. There's no windows anywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of buddy, just all overstimulated naturally. Plus, we're all kind of uppers, and then all kind of, we need to take it down, put little downers. You know what I'm saying? That's Vegas.
Fucking crispy. He said, "What's the friend status?"
He's like, I'm in Texas.
Oh man, PB and Waver said I'm flying to Vegas tonight. Never been. How long you staying for, and what are the plans? I mean, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you got to link up with my, hey, or even Hutch. You just got to pull up on him wherever he's at just one time. We're gonna have, you know, me go smoke or something one time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see. Zeb over on Facebook. What up? Ha! Peacock said, "Is that Peacock and Tino both at the same time?" Said, "Is that Chosen Anderson?"
You know what's funny when you were like Chosen and you're trying to read. I was gonna say Anderson. It's my man, the String Bean. Shout out to my man, the String Bean.
Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Crispy said, "Why are you scamming us with the card breaks? Can't even do the card breaks anymore. No one's
damn, Dad.
No one's into it anymore. We're gonna
throw the scam jacket on us like that."
No, because that was the joke with Sir Bongs.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, oh, you're out here scamming everybody.
Who the fuck was he? The card break police? I was like, come on, man. The fuck is this?
Turned into hella police. He just had to start. He was working more at work, and that's all it was, man. He couldn't smoke anymore. I'm probably not couldn't smoke anymore, but when you claim you're working 16-hour days in some shit factory, you know, who the hell knows?
I don't know. You know what is sad though too is like my recall is incredible, and I do remember him sharing like certain personal things with us, where it's like, man, like, you know, I you know what I mean? Like, I feel like his lash outs were like there was a lot of things that had nothing to do with us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like, you know what I mean? He lost, you know, I mean, I don't even want to say it because I don't want that to happen to anybody. But he's lost some things that like no one wants to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think, yeah. And then just really jealous that we get to do whatever we want. Like I said,
I don't like that word.
Well, I mean, that's the way it came off, whether that's what it was or not. But telling me to go get a job multiple times, I mean, when we make money.
Yeah, that was annoying. I mean, here's a couple things I don't do. You know, my mom, two things my mom taught me: you don't ask a woman her age or her weight, right? Then a couple things that the game taught me: you know, you don't count other people's money, and you don't be jealous of another fucking man. It's just that jealousy is a bitch quality, and I'm not even talking about women. I'm just talking about a bitch, bruh. Because men's bitches too, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you don't want that jealousy quality, bruh. That shit, you know, fuck that. You should be wanting to big up the next man. You should be inspired if the next man's getting it. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just funny. But yeah, I think like a lot of the shit that he was dealing with had nothing to do with us. And he just, you know what I mean? Just hating.
For sure.
I'd say hating versus like he was jealous.
Yeah. And Bake said, good times. My girl had fun too. Hell yeah. He said, we're planning on the full weekend next year. Hell yeah. I mean, that's the way to do it.
It was shout out to Bakes and Mrs. Bakes. Y'all, you guys were awesome, and congratulations too. You guys, I think they just got engaged recently, right? Before this year, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, hell yeah, let's go.
And Tino said jealousy cripples you into not making your own moves for sure because you're too worried on other people.
Especially if you're jealous of another person's moves and you start trying to make their moves. That's not your move. That's their moves. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like sometimes, you know how they'd be like, okay, coming up making music, be like, this is how Ludacris made it. Yeah. Well, it's ludicrous to think that I'm Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it my way somehow. They used to like go and sing outside the radio, the record company. I'm like, we're not Jodeci, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could try that. I'm just saying though, it's like not everyone's way is for everybody. That's how they made it. It was their way. You know
I've said this like multiple times.
It could inspire me on my path or something, whatever it is in life. I don't know. I hate. That's why I hate using that word too. Like I'll never be jealous of nobody, bro.
And Mark, put your question in again. Everyone just comes up as random Facebook user, like you just came up right now as Facebook user. So I would keep telling everyone, get over to YouTube so we can actually like see your name. A lot of Facebook things just fall through the shuffle. So throw it in again. And I'll answer it. And,
I remember when
I've said this before with like the fantasy footballers is like I saw how they were making their money in fantasy football, and I kind of like took
and it inspired you.
I took the foundation of what they did, but like I literally shit on the type of leagues that they talk about. So like everything was like literally in my own way.
That's still innovating. Because listen, one person created the wheel And then no one was like, okay, I'm gonna make it where it's like an octagon thing, not spider wheel. No, the wheel was perfect. You didn't have to reinvent it, but people made their rendition of it. That's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when somebody sees somebody else getting it in some particular way, like TD, you know what I mean? He comes around and he's like, oh, kissing all kind of ass, but he has all this resentment that stems from his jealousy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was just, it's easy to point those ones out, bro. I promise you, bro. You know what I mean?
Super Saiyan said we got two types of races, a player and a player hater. Don't be a player hater.
Right? Don't be a player or don't hate. Congratulate. I think Pimp's got it right. Because it's really just with all the cool sayings, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You just got to rhyme everything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Everything sounds cooler when it's a rhyme scheme.
Yeah, and it's a motherfucker with hella jewels on and dressed fly, huh?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'm on that do it fluid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all kind of fly shit that don't make sense to nobody. Remember, you're like, you should do more weed songs, right?
Yeah.
I said, well, we talk about this shit all the time. But what's funny is because it's like, I like making music where no one knows what I'm saying unless you speak the language. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we talking about all kind of reckless shit for real. You know what I'm saying? But we're all in code.
Yeah. I need just a blatantly open, like, happy
the marijuana song
anthem. Yeah.
Ooh, I want to do that sample. I fell asleep amongst the flowers for a couple of hours. That'll be hard. See, there I go again. This song will be all about flowers. You heard that flower song? Like, no, he's talking about weed, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna talk about all about it, but I'm not gonna say it one time.
Peacock's taking it back. Dude's got a PhD, a player hating degree.
Take that. Can't nobody take my pride. That was a slap.
Here goes. Who is this? This is Mark. Yeah, here goes Mark's question. He said, my wide receiver, AJ, Amon, Godwin, Zay, my RBs are Henry, Brees, Warren, Charbonnet, Spears. Would you trade? Man, I swear I answered this already. He said, would you trade AJ for Gibbs? Oh, that's what it was asked. Would you trade AJ for Gibbs? And he said, and a second or a third rounder next year, or Gibbs and Dodson for AJ. 12 team, 10 keeper.
Oh, 10 keeper.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want to give up 8.
Because even if I was to get a second round after, people keep 10. So what are we, round 11? Or it's rookies, basically rookies? You would hope.
I mean, 10 keeper, that's damn near a hold. I mean, that's people's benches. And
120 players. Am I doing that math wrong? I did that totally wrong, huh?
No, 12 times 10.
Okay, I did it. Oh, look at me. Give me a ding.
Yeah.
I was thinking, yeah, you're right. They keep it 10. Come on.
But that's it. And they probably don't even have 10 starters. Like, I mean, because I'm assuming this is offense only. So, yeah, I mean, that means, you're literally only picking the rookies and then the trash.
And I don't even want the Jahan Dotson and Gibbs for AJ either.
Nah.
You got to get better than that.
You got to stay super top heavy. And I don't know if Gibbs is going to be a nice RB piece, but like AJ Brown is like, that's a top heavy wide receiver piece. Just coming off of that game.
This is the type of move you don't think about too until you get to the middle of the season if you think it like it's not going your way.
Ooh, oh shit, son. I like this. Peacock said Carlton Davis for the Bucks unlikely to play.
Yeah, DJ Moore.
Let's go.
Please.
Yeah.
And that Buccaneers, they've always been a funnel defense to me. Outside of having Winfield back there, and then Carlton Davis started to show up last year. You know what I mean? Otherwise,
I think he showed up a little bit more before last year, but he kept getting hurt.
That's what it was. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually wanted Carlton Davis for my Niners back in, 2019?
He was a good draft pick. That's for sure. Because he's lived up. I mean, it's really.
It took him a while, but you're right. It was the injuries. You're right.
Yeah. And Mark, I just shared the YouTube link in there. Come subscribe over to YouTube. You're always going to get more answers and quicker answers if you're on YouTube. Facebook, everything it gets jumbled in this chat. And
I fell asleep amongst the flowers for a couple of hours.
Yeah, Bakes already knows what's up. He said, if you got 5 haters, you need to figure out how to get to 10 of those motherfuckers by the end of the week. And he said, if you're a hater out there without anyone to hate on, feel free to hate on me.
You want to know? You know what was one of my favorite original Bogey sayings?
Mm-hmm.
Put it on a shirt, bruh. Peacock. Thank you for the free promotion. Haters.
One of the funny parts in Straight Outta Compton was when they were on their Straight Outta Compton tour. You know, the first big tour that they did, and they were in like Detroit or some shit like that, and they had like they're coming in on their tour bus, and they see a whole bunch of people who are hating on them, and they're like, it's just signs, you know, like protesting against them, yeah. And they had all these CDs and their albums. Them out. Yeah, well, they were stomping them out, but they also had like a big, you know, one of those big, I don't know, it's almost like the cement things where you just roll over a big ass cement truck like type thing.
The one that ran over the dude in Austin Powers.
Exactly.
He was like, no,
and Easy,
move out of the way.
And Easy was like, they could do whatever they want with that. They bought them motherfuckers.
Thanks for the free promotion, bro. How do you think they got? They weren't burning CDs back then, huh?
Nah, that was probably albums. Yeah.
We're gonna buy all of them and destroy them. Thanks.
Sold us out.
That's like if you were like on a Wander poster, right? You wake up the next morning and you're on every newspaper, you're running around trying to buy them all. Oh, shit. Trying to buy all of them. It's not gonna happen, man. You're not gonna stop this movement.
And Marco said, who should I start in my flex? Reed, Dell, Tucker, Sky, Hill, or Pitts? So I'm assuming Justice Hill, right? Because Tyreek wouldn't be in this question. So Peacock earlier, I didn't pull it up, but he did say that Tank Dell should be starting alongside Nico and Robert Woods with the injuries and stuff over there. So he'd be interesting. Yeah, I don't want Tucker. I don't want Sky. I mean, even
who ate last week for the Jags outside of Calvin Ridley? It was the tight end lightweight.
Zay Jones.
Zay Jones. Okay. Yeah, so I like a secondary. If Nico's gonna draw their number one coverage and Tank Dell, the speedster, the little mini tank, if they can get him out and get him into some space and scheme him up and just give him more snaps, you know, a little mini Debo role. Yeah. You know, maybe there's something here. It is an exploitable matchup. You know what I mean? But flex.
Yeah, as of right now, I'm saying Dell as of right now, but I'm gonna flip flop on this all the way to Sunday. So you just make sure you're coming back.
Yeah, because I'm a psychopath. I'm still like I don't know, Sky Moore. Like someone stab me. Someone shoot me right now.
And Viking Queen said steamroller. Said, you remember the steamrollers for smoking? I did not like those. Like, man, it was too much.
What was that one? The one that would just push.
So it's the one where it's like a bong, but there's no water in it, and it's almost you're hitting it like a big pipe, and you have to hold it like on the back to like trap the air. And then when you hit it, you take your hand off, and then it's like,
we call it the bazooka. That's what we used to call it.
Okay, yeah. I mean that's just it was too much of a fucking too much air is coming through that motherfucker like all at once. It was like if you've ever hit the glass on glass bong and you pull out the bottom glass piece, and then it's like hitting like an 18-inch pipe or something to where it's just so much air like coming through.
Okay, we had a zip, right? I'm gonna take us back all the way back. 15-year-old Bogey. We're at the homie's house. It's open pad.
Right here's your back.
You know what I'm saying?
Way back. Back into time.
And we're in it's a pool party, and we got a 5-gallon jug, and we cut the bottom out, and we're gravity bonging in the pool. You know what I'm saying? We got a zip. Bro, this pool was so dark and ashy after one point. You know what I'm saying? But bro, that shit, that motherfucker. And then you got the homies and big paws, but they pushing your head down every time. Yeah. But that fucking jug is milky as a bitch. We're throwing like 8 bowls in there, and that whole bowl is to the face. Man. You know what I mean? Wow.
Tino said gravity bongs have been undefeated since 1983.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. And the pool and the chlorine and all that shit just made me feel like I was extra high. You know, you had the street scientist, the guy who has all these facts that no one could Google because Google wasn't around yet. He's like, listen, bro, the chlorine actually makes you like 10% higher.
Fuck.
and made me. I started smoking Newports when I was a kid because someone's like, I was smoking weed first. Someone's like, bro, you know, you hit the Newport makes you 32% higher. I'm like, oh, word, hit that shit. Oh shit. And it's like, where does these numbers come from?
I loved when people like would come up with that logic, and I'd be like, hey, you know that if you smoke another joint, you'll be 100% higher.
You're like, whoa. They just couldn't afford it, man.
I know, yeah, that's what it was. They're like, yeah, this box costs $5. You know, that joint cost me like $10.
I swear to God, those cigarettes is the one I'm glad I kicked it again. You know what I'm saying? I say I kicked it again because I know if I get blessed to be an old man, I'll pick it up again. Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's because, man, those are the ones the kids see you do that, they're going to smoke.
And look at that. Joe said I was told 33% higher.
See? Science. Fucking science, man. Who's crunching the numbers?
And Stranger said, just don't take your entire hand off the back of the steamroller. Open it up for a small crack. Let some air slip into that. Yeah, but see, like I didn't have people who were like trying to, you know, teach you how to do it the right way. Even like drinking, like no one's trying to like teach you how to be like a good drinker. You know, it's really just take the shot of this, take a shot of this.
Don't be a bitch, bro. That is not when you're young. Don't be a bitch, bro. Hey, I remember we used to drink 151 and light the shots on fire. Like,
yeah,
that's how stupid you are when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Like, you're like,
because it's so cool.
And then she take, yeah. What? Who's up, man? Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. That shit was stupid, bro. We used to we used to play submarine, whereas like we have a bottle and a blunt going around. So you hit the blunt. So you hit the bottle is coming after the blunt.
Yeah.
So everyone hits the blunt, you pass it on, and you hold that shit in. Then you drink the bottle.
Yeah.
Pass the bottle on, and you try to hold the hit in until the blunt comes back to you. So it just sounds like this. Everybody's dying, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then we're loaded after that. All right, let's go to class. Let's go to gym now. High school was funny because we were high as a motherfucker, bro. I went to Silver Creek, and in my district, right, the Silver Creek High School had the highest drug-related kickouts, whether you were slanging or you got caught with something. That was our school. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
Rush man said, what up, gang? What up, Rush man?
What up, Rush?
Rush man.
I'm not mad at it. We're doing that every time now.
And Peacock said, Dad's boot, you need to spin it before the bubble. Yeah, the boot. I never, well, I mean, I don't really drink beer. I mean, I don't drink beer at all, so I wouldn't really be hitting the boot. But have you actually tried the boot, Peacock?
Yeah, you know what was dope? The beer bong was awesome because I'm a Bud Light drinker. So it'd be like we would just run through, like we used to do like remember when bro, it was all about doing the T-bone, the beer bong, just you take a knee. Yeah. I was in Chico one time partying, Chico State. And one of the homies, the dude that he went to school with James Jones in State, but before he went to State, he was over there in Chico, right?
Yeah,
all American out of Chico, and he was in some kind of frat or whatever. So we go over there for a party and shit, and it's just yanking, bro. And the house, right? The frat house, it's just a regular house, right? But the staircase is a straight shot, and they had a beer bong that lined the whole railing. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that shit was gangster. You know what I'm saying? And they would just load that motherfucker up. And there was just one dude, he did a whole 12er, bruh. Put a couple shots in there. He was a big ass dude, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the whole party too. He was no shirt, and people were just walking up to him, just opening their beer on his belly button. I was like, damn, this guy's a tough son of a bitch. Like he would just be mid holding court. Someone coming to me, hit him with my beer, bro. Yeah, go ahead. In his fucking belly button. Like, what the fuck?
Fuck.
And then he was clearly a lineman, you know what I mean? And he would just boom, 12ers, bruh. The bottles too. Like, and then he would, you know what I mean? The whole staircase, bruh. And they put a couple shots in it.
Damn.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Them corn-fed white boys, bruh.
Tino said, what a legend.
Right? Walking around no shirt, and motherfuckers gonna come up to an enemy on my beard, bruh. He'll like flex his too.
Peacock said, my drinking days are over. Lots of liver damage to repair.
Drink literally lemon squeeze. I mean, water, lemon squeeze in it, and then fucking even shave. You know, what are those things? The grater. Shave some of them fucking the outside of the lemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I was told, and it's like that's how you like. You know who else? You know who else echoed that one time was fucking our man Nelly.
Damn.
No bogey, bogey. You gotta get the lemon water.
You know who had like the ultimate cure? It was Rafi.
Okay, I didn't get that far yet.
There's a storyline where one of their friends he gets AIDS, and they're like HIV, and they're like, no, it's AIDS. And he's like, oh, and Rafi's like, I got a cure for that. And he's like, oh, okay, what is it? He was like, every morning, take a baby aspirin. He's like, for 30 days. He's like, good to go.
Oh, you know what's funny about that? Because Rafi has AIDS, doesn't he? This is how I've been doing it, bro.
I think he had it and got rid of it. Like, I mean, come on, remember when he was the designated driver? He was like, no, man. He was like, designated driver doesn't mean you don't drink. He was like, 15 minutes before we leave, I'll go in the bathroom, crack the booze out, have a mint, good to go.
Hey, I'm glad my girl doesn't drink like that anymore. But my girl was the designated drunk driver. Like, and we, you know, like if you go party in the city, that's like, you know, it's like a 45-minute drive, give or take. Plus driving in the city with all the police and shit. We just be slapping. She's saying, I ain't even tripping, bro. I don't know how she does it, bro. Like, she just unfazed. But then once we get home, she just fall out the car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Now she's twisted. I'm like, shit's crazy, bro. Yeah, but don't drink and drive. Even before Uber, man, you know how much money we used to spend on the cabs and shit?
Yeah.
I mean, even the song in the drop. I mean, they're hopping up the foreign or the Uber, bro. Fuck that. Like, we're gonna live another day. I had homies dying in a car crash drunk and shit.
Yeah.
And it was one of those cases where it was the designated driver, but you know what I'm saying? He got hella drunk. So the other guy who was originally supposed to drink, he drives, bro.
Yeah.
And they crash and die, and the driver survived. And it was a trip. Shout out to my man On, and rest in peace to my man Jimmy. But man, when we saw On like 5-6 years later, like after he got out, he went in for like 4 years, like vehicular manslaughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When he got out, he was twisted, bro. He was not the same.
One of my cousins, he was the driver, and him and his friend were drunk, and like, his friend who was the passenger ended up dying in their accident. Yeah, he ended up doing like 3 or 4 years with that the manslaughter.
Yeah. And you got, I'll never forget, because in high school we still had driver's ed, and they brought in this Asian dude. You know, he was probably like 22 at the time. You know, we're all freshmen, and he was talking about how he partied in prom and he was drinking all night. And then when he's going home in the morning, he's trying to run this red light, doesn't see there's a woman with a baby crossing the street. He strikes them, bro.
Fuck.
Killed them both. And he's like, he's like crying, like, you know, I'm almost crying telling the story because it was sad, you know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
That shit sticks with you. He's like, you know, I'll never be able to, there'll be nothing I could do for them. There's no amount of money. There's no, you know what I mean? She's like, damn. It's fucked up.
Damn, that shit's wild.
You can tell I've been doing a lot of Molly. I was like, still Molly resident. I'm like, getting emotional here. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Preserve life. That's another bogey. Put that on the shirt. Preserve life, bro. You know what I mean? You gotta make calculated moves. You know what I'm saying? You can't be reckless, man. A lot of people's bad decisions, they happen in a split second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Take that damn Uber. Take that damn Uber. Don't worry about your fucking car. Get it the next day.
Hey, you know, buddy, shout out to my man Attila. He always loses his car, man. And I'm like, why do you drive and then Uber? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you remember? And he's my Hungarian homie, the one I was always telling about. He has the accent. Do you know where I parked my car? No, motherfucker.
And see, and that's what's wild. You're gonna have to take 2 Ubers either way, like because you're gonna have to Uber back to your car like the next morning. Why not just not drive and take the 2 Ubers that night?
And it's funny because I told this, I'm hella smart. I'm like, reverse engineer your Uber. Just look last night where you got picked up at, and that's where your car is. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, exactly, you motherfucker. You're clearly stupid because you keep thinking, I'll drive and not get drunk, and then Uber and forget. You're so drunk you forget where your car is.
Here goes
reverse engineer your Uber, you motherfucker.
Rushman said he made a blockbuster trade last night, getting Waddle for Adams. I mean, I don't know if that's a blockbuster trade. It's pretty even.
I guess I'd rather have Waddle so you win. But, I mean, it's Adams is still a true number 1, and I still think he'll get a 30% target market share, even though he's only been hovering around 19.
This is funny, and Joe said, I think I saw Schmitty flex on you. Was it over that trade? And he said, yeah, Schmitty's hilarious, but I had to
Schmitty?
Fast. I'm assuming the Schmitty who we're all thinking about right now.
Because there's multiple Schmitty, but the shitty Schmitty, the one I always shit on, the Schmitty that don't want to smoke with me, the Schmitty that came on my show and I told him what time it is.
Yeah, is it the fantasy football? What was it? The fantasy football show? Yeah.
I remember one of the very first questions I asked him when he got on my show, like this years ago. I said, "How the fuck did you get fantasy football show?" He's like, "Oh, I had it like 10 years ago." Then my next question: "So what'd you do for those last 10 years with that shit?" Oh, I was the writer, and I ain't never heard of you. And it's funny too. We were sitting on that show. We're setting DFS lineups, and I was like, it was the NFC Championship. Packers, Niners, right? He's like, we have to have Aaron Jones. I'm like, nah, I'm fading Aaron Jones. Like, we need Mostert. And he was like, no. I was like, oh, you have the Packers winning this game, huh? He said, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, you're just wrong. Never mind. You know what I mean? It's hard, when people have a certain way they're going to view something, they're not, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. And I was like, and then, me, I have logic. I'm like, look at the Packers schedule the whole year and look at all the running backs that ate on them all year. I'm like, Boast's about to go crazy, only to the tune of 2 bills and a couple of touchdowns. You know what I mean? And then but see, to his credit, he was a good sport because I chopped it like the young analyst trying to come up and posted that shit and tagged him, and he shared it because it was me being correct and him being wrong. You know what I mean?
And let's see, who is this? Stephanie said Nico Collins is available. Should I grab him and drop Doug? 10-teamer. Also got Amon Ra, DK, Mike Williams, Addison Flowers, Elijah Moore, big play bonus. I might drop Elijah Moore and pick up Nico. I mean, 10-teamer. I'm sure guys
I would want to hold on to Elijah Moore and see what happens Monday first. I think I know what to get from Nico Collins, a guy who's going to get peppered and draw number 1 coverage on a low pass volume team. And Peacock will tell you he had like 3-4 targets every drive when they were going hurry up. Like it all came from that. Like, I mean, I guess we could depend on that maybe.
Yeah, he had 11 total.
Yeah, and then like a majority of it came in 2 drives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going hurry up after whoever the fuck was out. Noah Brown and all them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No Tank Dell that day, really. I'm just saying. Elijah Moore's connected to Watson. It still could be a thing. I'm not giving up on that just yet. Oh, hell yeah, they're delivering my couch for my loft.
Nice.
Cool.
And who's this Facebook user? Dalton said PPR, Dotson, Kenneth Walker, Dubs. If Watson is out, just traded Connor, Judy, London for Amari, Walker, Jacoby. So what was even asked here?
Hey, top of the morning. Hey, how you doing? Let me go open the front up for y'all. Oh, you guys got shoe covers by any chance? No? Do you guys mind taking off your shoes? We're going upstairs. Okay, cool. Appreciate y'all. I got shoe covers, but no, come on, man. You know what I mean? Can't walk in the house with the kicks, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, this looks super solid. Bogey in the Matrix. Let's see. Yeah, Connor, Judy, London for Amari, Walker, Jacoby Myers. I mean, yeah. It still looks pretty even to me. Let's see. Pittman versus Houston, Lockett versus Detroit. Not sure who this is on Facebook. I'm leaning Lockett right now. He already cleared the concussion protocol. Rushman said I probably should be gone from the drink and drive of my teens. Yeah, for sure. PP waivers. What's up with Schmitty? Let's see. Joseph said Swift will be a number 1 next year, and he made me call in. I did terrible, but last night was what I meant. Well, yeah. If I just don't think he's not gonna go up against shitty defensive lines like Minnesota every single week. Peacock threw 45 times. I think Houston will pass way more than expected this season. Yeah, I mean, if they're playing from behind a lot, they should, right? Peacock, Collins, 13.33 yards per catch, 6 for 11, 80 yards. Yeah. Rushman, Tua over G. Yeah, I think we all can agree. Yeah. Marco from the future said Melvin Gordon worth picking up. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of don't want any of the running backs from there. Really, they're for me, they're all speculative ads. They do good. I'm trying to trade them. I don't even want those guys. It's going to be ugly all year. They already lost 2 linemen. It's just going to be all bad for the Ravens run game. Hey, Bogey's back.
Yeah. You guys can just take your shoes off in here. After you can load them all over here.
It's carpet at the stores?
Yeah.
It's heavy furniture.
Let me see if I can get some shoe cover. Actually, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end up. We're gonna just do one more bowl, and then we're gonna get up out of here. So don't forget, guys, we're breaking down the Deer Hunter tonight at 5:00 West Coast time. We are gonna be having FNT at 1:00, like always. Yeah, Peacock Dubs 4 for 5, 26 yards. That's why I was on the Nico side. Dubs still could be limited. And Super Saiyan, yeah, it was barely week 2, week 8, 9. Adams could be doing decent. Far too many speculations, far too early. Yeah, for sure. That's why I don't really like. That's why I don't really like trading a top guy for a top guy. And who's the person over here? Not sure if he answered my questions. Let's see. I think this is from the redraft advice group, I'm assuming. Let me see. Thaddeus, I answered all your questions. Thaddeus. All right, let's see. Oh, fuck. Bake said Titans for life look like he's about to jack another chain already. Fucking 100+ points for 3 players. Oh, man. And Fields or Tua. I was on the Tua side. Yo, what up, Frank? I'm about to use Swift as trade bait week 3. Yes, sir. You should. And Frank, I sent you a message. You hit the square last night. You hit the first quarter square last night. We got Sunday Night Football up. All right. Yeah, we're gonna finish this bowl and then we're gonna get up out of here. I told Smitty to hurry my super. I had to take a lot. What? Peacock actually set my lineup in the 14 this week. About to crawl out of the league dungeon. Yeah, I need to trade for a QB over there. Need those bottom teams to start being the bottom teams already. What Crispy say? I'll give you a third. Give you a third for what? What are we talking about? Oh, there goes Bogey's back.
Just trying to supervise this thing. I mean,
don't forget, Bogey, when you watch The Deer Hunter.
I rewatched most of it.
You did? Okay, all right.
I rewatched. I'm gonna throw it back on though.
How far did you get into it?
I don't know, just wherever I fell asleep at.
Well, did you make it?
You know what? Why I fucked up because I watched like that majority of the shit you told me I should skip through, and that shit ate up like an hour of that shit.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you even make it to when they made it to Vietnam?
No.
Yeah. So this time, when you watch, just kind of skim through. I mean, really, you could just fast forward through the whole church scene, through the whole after the after party or whatever. And really, it's just like it's showing their friendship is what they're like building up, because that's kind of what the movie is all about. It's like a story of their friendship.
Yeah, it's a bit of a coming of age.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
And Raphael said, "What's Swift worth now? Whatever someone will pay for him, but max him out somehow. Depends on how bad someone needs a running back."
I might go like Derrick Henry plus good receiver. I'm just recency, but it's the stock market.
Tina said Bogey got his juvenile fit on.
You know what I'm saying, huh? I mean, it's more like it's the New Orleans thing, I guess, because that's repeating them. You know what I'm saying? That's who I grew up on. I like Highsman, you know. Yes,
and
you got the modular thing, bro.
Nice. Go. Joe said I'm at the part right now where they get out of the river cage. Oh man, yeah, crazy ass part. Bad Sports said 75% of my 824 underdog teams medaled this week. So what does that mean? He said played
medaled. I guess that means like placed
top three.
Cash, got in the cash.
Well, is that what happens? I mean, is it? I mean,
I haven't played. What platform are you talking about?
Underdog.
Oh yeah, I never played Underdog.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Your teams are just doing real good for week one? Is it season long? Like tournaments that those teams are in? Was that a weekly team? What is it? And Rushman said he'll ask for JJ and Swift and then go from there. No.
I can get JJ somehow. I'll throw Swift plus a couple pieces.
Yeah. All right. All right. You know what? We're going to get up out of here. And we'll be back in like 3 hours FNT. And then we'll be back at 5 West Coast time where we're going to be breaking down the Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
So if you got some time, go watch it now.
Hell yeah.
Sign us off, Bogey.
Man, my lot is where all the football's about to go down right here, though.
Yeah.
I mean, once they put this in that modular thing, you know, you can like switch it around and make it different things. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like 8 pieces in his mug.
Catch you on FNT. Peace out.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.
Here comes the